Good morning, Maria. How are you? I'm doing well. Look, there's sunshine again outside. It's just beautiful. So excited to be in Tillamook and marking 2.5 years. I am Kaylan from the Y, and thank you for joining Tillamook today. And I've got in the booth with me today is Ryan Weddle. He is a new member over at the Y, a new staff member. He's our new youth development director. Good morning, Ryan.
Morning, Kaylan.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I gotta say, you're welcome for the sunshine again. Bringing it with me from the south.
I know that's what you said when I was in an interview with you when we were interviewing you, and you said I was telling you, hey, make sure you know about the rain that does come with living in the Pacific Northwest. We love how green it is, but we also get the rain that makes it that green. And you said, oh, don't worry, I bring the sunshine with me wherever I go, and you haven't disappointed. You've brought in a lot of sunshine since. How long have you been here?
About a month and a half now.
Yeah, because you got here right at the beginning of December, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so we had 2 great weeks in December. We've had a few nice days this month as well, and so we can just thank you for that.
Yeah, it's all me.
Well, on behalf of those of us in Tillamook County, thank you for the sunshine. So let's talk a little bit about you. Where you said you came from the South? Where'd you come from, Brian?
I came from Oklahoma, but I was born and raised in Central Texas.
And what did you do there?
I was the membership coordinator and admin assistant for a YMCA.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so you moved from that Y to join our Y as the youth development director. And what do you think? What changes would you like to see? What would you like to provide for the youth in our community?
First would be adding more STEM programming to our after school and summertime programs to kind of keep the kids in the mindset of learning while having fun at the same time.
And what is STEM?
STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math.
Awesome. And how do you add those programs to what we've got going on?
And so instead of doing something like just arts and crafts where they cut out pieces of construction paper or color, you get something that's more stimulating to the brain. So you can have a project where you see who can build the safest egg drop container. So they build a container to try to protect their egg, drop it from a distance, and see if the egg survives.
Awesome. And so you're going to add STEM programs to all of our youth programs that we have to offer?
That's the plan.
That's the plan. Awesome. So what do you think of Tillamook so far?
It's great. My wife and I love it here. Everybody's been super friendly, and it's a great change of pace from the big city we've been living in before in Oklahoma.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what background do you have with kids that makes you a good candidate for this position here? You feel like you're on your second interview here?
Yeah, or third.
third, fourth, yeah.
No, I've worked in various before, after school, summer programs, serving youth. So I've been counselor, teacher, just kind of staff member walking around. So I've been at various levels, whether it's just volunteering for a week, coaching youth in different sports programs, mentoring them through various church programs, or working for different companies and helping run their daycare program. So kind of like I'm doing now, coming up with various activities to do throughout the week, whether it be for the summertime or before after school programming as well.
Awesome. So we have a few different programs launched already at the Y. We have our regular after school program that's after school childcare for parents not for parents, but for kids while parents are working. We have after school childcare for parents. We kind of do. Parents come work out, but so we have after school childcare, and that does have a required fee for the month, and and there's activities, programs, swimming, all that good stuff. And then we also have we've added our youth SOAR program, which is social outreach activities and relationships, I believe. And that program is for kids after school that are a little older than would like to be in our just after school childcare. So do you want to talk a little bit about that program?
Yeah, I can. This one, we like to call it Intro to Fitness. It's for kids aged 9 to 13, and we do various activities, like you said. So Mondays we do a boot camp style class with exercises modified to fit their fitness level, so they're not doing a bunch of heavy lifting. It's more body weight stuff, so that their growing body can handle the stress of that very easily, and kind of introduces them into a healthy lifestyle. Then throughout the week we'll do various team building activities. We'll do wellness things, so we're trying to get some measurables for each kid in the program so we can show them where they started and where they are 6 months, 3 months, however long from now. And hopefully with that, get some future funding for the program so we can expand it and do a lot more with that as well. And then we do some team sports activities. So just introducing them to, popular sports, basketball, volleyball, soccer, things like that, and teaching them the basic skills that they may not have had the opportunity to learn yet.
Awesome. So it introduces them to potential sports they might be interested in the future, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Which is great. And so that's what's the time on that class?
The time on that class is from 3:45 to 5:30.
3:45 to 5:30, and it's free, correct?
That's free with a YMCA membership.
For the YMCA membership. So for a youth membership, you're looking at, I think, $26 a month, and that provides that activity for the kiddos, and it's great. It gives them to get that energy out before they get home, and we're hoping to start incorporating homework time into that, so that hopefully by the time parents get off work, they pick up their kiddos, they've got their homework done, they've got their physical activities kicked out, and then they're kind of ready to start winding down and have dinner and all that stuff with family. And so that's kind of the goal. We're trying to meet the needs that we've identified out there, and so we're glad to have you on board to help make those things happen. We're going to switch gears for just a minute. We did have the holiday trimmings program over at the Y for I think it was before Thanksgiving when we launched it, if I remember correctly. We just wrapped it up. A lot of people competed. I think we had almost 100 folks trying to keep the weight off during the holidays and potentially lose some. So we had our two winners. Our female winner, Tony Battenfield. You have a Fitbit waiting for you over at the Y, as well as Dallas Espen as the men winner. So a lot of cool stuff going on, and we wrapped that program up. We've got more programs on the way as far as adult fitness goes, and then also coming up February 18th, we will be closing our basketball courts and racquetball courts to refinish and repaint the floors, which I know it's not ideal timing. Everybody's inside right now. It's technically the rainy season, even though it doesn't look like the rainy season outside, and it's not ideal timing, but we were able to save a lot of money by having the courts done during the winter versus the summer, so that's why we opted to do that. And we're also adding pickleball courts painted on our gymnasium floor, so we'll have indoor pickleball in our gymnasium as well. So some fantastic stuff coming up. So by the time, March 4th, I believe is the end date, we'll have freshly painted floors with new lines and refinished floor. So it'll be, if you add that with the new glass backboards we have, it looks like a completely new basketball court. So we're super excited about that. We've got fitness center upgrades coming along as well. So, and probably in the next 30 to 45 days, we'll have all new fitness equipment over at the Y. So if you haven't been to the Y in a while, the equipment that we've had there has been there for a bit, and we've made a movement to get that fitness center upgraded. So we'll be replacing all the cardio equipment as well as dumbbells and upgrading our free weights as well. So a lot of upgrades coming. We're also replacing roofs and windows coming up next summer, and new parking lot and new siding. So it's going to look like a completely new YMCA facility. And I just have to say a huge thank you to our community for raising funds to make that happen. We were able to raise quite a bit, almost $300,000 towards this effort. To replace mainly the roofs. The roofs were the biggest piece of that. So we won't have those indoor water features that we have currently, the indoor waterfalls. As much as I would love to build a water park, we need to get those roofs patched. So that we're still raising money for it. So if you're looking for that, squeeze that year-end donation in from 2017. Hit us up over at the Y, because we're still trying to raise money to make that just a real nice community center. And we're very fortunate. If you travel around the country, go to small towns, you don't see YMCAs like we have here. So we're very fortunate to have it. We're very fortunate to have such a giving community that helps make those things happen. And we also have giving sponsors, the Columbia Pacific Health Insurance. If you have Columbia Pacific and you are on Oregon Health Plan, then you also get a you get a subsidized membership at the Y. The Columbia Pacific pays a third, the Y pays a third, and then you would pay a third. So if you have those and you missed our radio show last Friday where we talked a little bit about it, it's a great new partnership that we're excited about. Hop on over to the Y and ask about it if you have Columbia Pacific CCO and you are an Oregon Health Plan member. That was a mouthful. That was a lot, Ryan. There's a lot going on here.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, what do you guys do? What do you and your wife Sana do in your spare time?
Spare time right now, we've done a lot of seashell hunting. Seems to be a favorite pastime of my wife's.
Yeah?
She's found quite a few sand dollars and cool looking shells.
Yeah, good.
And I just take the dogs for a walk.
Yeah? What kind of dogs do you have?
We have a 13-pound Maltese and then a 60-pound Black Lab and Great Pyrenees mix.
And you also have a cat.
Yes, a cat. I don't know what the cat is. Siamese, I think.
And you guys are animal lovers. I think you'll fit in well here, and you bring the sunshine, so everybody's gonna love you for that. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying it here. There's a lot to do here in Tillamook, as everybody knows. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Ryan Weddle from the Y, and we'll get back to you in just a second. Today's Tillamook Today is brought to you by Clark's Plumbing. Do you know one of those do-it-yourselves kind of guys? They're always telling you to do it yourself. Well, sometimes that isn't the best solution. You're in luck, whether it's a leaky faucet, a complete bathroom remodel, or maybe replacing that septic system. Do yourself a favor, call Clark's Plumbing. They're professionals and they'll get the job done. Anything, new installations, upgrades, that stopped up drain, you name it, they can do it. So the next time you hear do it yourself, do yourself a favor and call 842-5105. That's 842-5105 for the professionals at Clark's Plumbing. All right, we're back at Tillamook Today. I am Kaylan from the Y, and I'm here with Ryan Weddle from the Y. And Ryan is if you missed the beginning of our show, he's our new youth development director. So he's going to be working on adding programs and bolstering our current program lineup over at the Y for youth. And a lot of what you're going to be focusing on is non-sports, correct?
Correct.
Because we do have a sports director who's focused on sports, and you're going to be focused on the non-sports side of things. And why is that?
We just want to give the youth in our community the opportunity to learn lifetime fitness skills before kind of it's too late. A lot of people now, they'll get to after college or a little further along in their career and they realize, hey, I'm not as in great of shape as I used to be, or I want to go do this. So we're trying to set them up with, before they get to that point with, hey, I like to go work out or I want to play, this sport, not necessarily competitively, but more recreationally. So we're trying to introduce them to those skills, and we've actually had a couple of kids right now who are getting excited for their birthday because they're going to be able to take the fit test coming up to give them or grant them access to our fitness center.
Oh, awesome. And so we're trying to reach that population that either hasn't been exposed to sports or athletics, or that there are people that have different interests, and so we're trying to meet that need and still keep people from falling into those categories that can set them up for health risks in the future. And so good job on that. We're also going to be adding tobacco education to these programs so that we can educate our youth on the dangers of tobacco and drugs. And then we're going to be adding a nutrition component as well to teach them how to be healthy eaters. So it's going to be a well-rounded program to help our youth be well-rounded so that they've got a bright future and they're educated on these items. Right now the year of wellness focus this year is on diabetes prevention, and 1 in 4 adults right now are pre-diabetic. And so we need to make sure that we've got the best foot forward for our youth so that they don't fall into that category where they're pre-diabetic moving into their adulthood, and then they're setting themselves up for health risks and health issues for the rest of their life. So I think it's a great program, and like we said, it is free if you're a Y member. And for youth to be a Y member, it's only $26 a month. So it's pretty much $26 a month. You get this free program after school at the Y, and it's pretty fantastic. It's fun to see and it's getting crowded in there. We put them in. We had some games where we play in the racquetball courts and handball courts, and getting all the kids in there. It's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, it's kind of packed wall to wall in there. We may have to take over the gym for a little bit longer. Moving on.
Yeah, and you guys play volleyball too. I saw you playing volleyball.
Yeah, we were playing some volleyball the other day. That got a little crazy. We did multiple balls at the same time. So the kids really enjoyed that.
And volleyball is?
It's like volleyball inside a racquetball court, so you can play it off the walls and kind of adds a different dimension to the game. So instead of just the ball coming straight forward, it may ricochet off the wall, and you can play it off there as well.
Yeah, and it's totally fun, and the kids love it. And so we're just trying to add this whole level of flavor to our after school program. And how many kids are in there right now?
Right now, I believe there are average between 8 and 10. I think our class roster is up to 15.
Cool.
So, and we'll have kids walk by and be like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And we're like, "Oh, it's the after school intro to fitness program." And we'll ask them if they're a member, and if they are, they'll run up to the front desk and sign up and come back and join us.
Awesome. And while we're talking about it, a huge thank you to Umpqua Bank. Actually, they actually sponsored that program and gave us a small mini grant to help get it going. So huge thank you to Umpqua Bank for helping us make that happen. All right, what else is going on? So we've got it's a new year. A lot of people's New Year's resolution involve being healthier, and I challenge you to do that, to go over, and like I said, we are going to be upgrading our entire fitness center. So if you have used the Y in the last 10 years, you'll be seeing all new equipment in there as probably the next 30 to 45 days. So that'll help our community, and the fact that, we are the only community public health and wellness center. And so it'll be nice to have all brand new equipment. Each piece of equipment will have your own TV screen, so you can watch whatever you want while you work out. You can watch Netflix, you can watch Hulu, you can there's virtual trails that make the machine go up and down, so it feels like you're hiking outside if you can't because of the weather. And so we'll have just brand new great equipment that we're really excited about. Not only that, we'll have, like I said earlier, we'll have new dumbbells and new free weights to make it just a brand new feel in there, and give everybody the tools they need to set themselves up for a healthy lifestyle. So we're pretty excited about that. We're also adding more personal trainers every day. We're adding new classes. Pretty much by the month, we're adding new classes. So we're trying to add that social piece. And don't forget, if you are a senior, we do have free classes for seniors almost every day. So we can check out our website, tillamookymca.org. We also have a mobile app you can check out with our schedules and everything on our mobile app. And you can also reach us over at the Y, 503-842-9622. That's 503-842-YMCA if you'd like additional information. So if you are headed over there to go swimming by chance, the competition pool, we are having the heaters being worked on. So it might be a little chillier than normal, but I believe it is going through phases of being open and closed, because it's basically warming up by the ambient air. And if it drops below 77 degrees, we cannot have swimmers. But the warm water therapy pool is open, and it's doing great. So if you haven't been to the Y lately and you don't know, we do have two pools. We have two saltwater pools. One is a warm water therapy pool kept at 87 to 89 degrees. And the other one is our competition lap pool, which is for swimming laps. It is also a saltwater pool, and it's kept, but usually at between 80 and 82. It's a little chillier right now. As I said, the heating component went out, but it should be repaired today, so we should be good to go. Other things going on in the community. Let's see, senior meals, noon every weekday at the Kiwanda Center in Pacific City, as well as the Tillamook Senior Center at 4th and Stillwell. Cost is $3 for seniors and $6.75 for everyone else. Tapa's Winter Thriller continues this weekend, The Edge of Darkness. They have shows Friday and Saturday at 7 and Sunday at 2 o'clock. Tickets for the Dark and Sinister Mystery are available at Diamond Art Jewelers, 842-7940. Saturday, 6:30 to 8:30 is another open mic night at Yo Time, a family-oriented open mic for local musicians, authors, poets, comedians, singers. It is free, and it supports Art Accelerated Kids after-school art classes hosted by Eric Sappington. Sunday at 2 o'clock, the Queens Cartoonists will be playing at the high school. They are a jazz band specializing in music from cartoons. That sounds awesome. The music runs the gamut from lightning-fast swing arrangements to synced video projections, vocal numbers, and comedy. They have been bringing their unique yet nostalgic sound to the performing arts centers and schools all over the U.S., and tickets are available at mondaymusicalclub.com. So there's always something going on in our community where there's fun stuff. The crab feed was this weekend, and I could hear it from my house. Everybody sounded like they were having a great time over at the crab feed. And again, I got my guest Ryan Weddle here. He's the new youth director at the Y and has great plans to add STEM into our youth programming that we currently have, which STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. And Ryan, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Off the top of my head, no, not really. But we have great ideas for future programming for the older youth in our area. So there's things that like Youth in Government, which introduced older youth to some more high school age to government and civics issues around the country and in our area. And some things like Y Achievers, which is a college or after high school preparatory program.
Oh, cool. And so you're looking at that. We're looking at adding those to the YMCA lineup as well.
Yes.
Oh, that'll be fantastic. Do you have a timeline for that, or does that you start still just doing research on those items?
Right now, I'm still just doing research. Hopefully, we can get those available next school year.
Awesome. And do you need community involvement on that from local partners, or?
Yes. So with that, we need partnerships from local businesses and just individuals willing to share their time.
Awesome. So is it like a mentor program? Is that
the Achievers program is more of a mentor program. So the youth involved in that can go, and they typically have a mentor specific for them, and they can go observe different occupations to kind of get an idea of what they would like to do before making that first step towards a career during college or just going straight into the workforce.
Awesome. And have you been part of those programs before?
I have not, but we did run those programs in Oklahoma City at the YMCA's there, and they were a big success.
Awesome. Well, we're going to take one more quick break and then come back to wrap up our show. Today's Tillamook Today is brought to you by Tillamook Country Store. Tillamook is farm country, and nobody serves this farming community better than the co-op, Tillamook's Country Store. The co-op is actually 3 stores in one. Looking for clothes, hickory shirts, work boots, rubber boots, rain gear, gloves? The co-op has it. You'll find fencing, stock tanks, and everything from PVC to 18-inch culvert pipe in stock at Tillamook's Country Store. And no more hunting for that hard-to-find bolt. You'll find a complete selection, galvanized or stainless, whatever you need in standard or metric. O-rings, boat drain plugs, they got it all. Tillamook's Country Store treats you right. When you stop for fuel, your windows are always washed. They care about their customers. And the kids count too. There's toy tractors, trucks, trailers, and animals for that young farmer in your life. Plus, the co-op has Purina feeds to help your livestock thrive. Offering quality products since 1936, Tillamook Farmers Co-op is Tillamook's Country Store. All right, I'm back. I'm Kaylan from the Y. I'm here with Ryan Weddle, my friend and colleague over at the Y, the youth development director, with lots of good things in store for our youth. We've really tried to. The board of directors has tried to make it a point, and they put it on our strategic plan to help engage the youth in ways that we're not doing right now, and we've identified that there is and everybody knows there's a huge gap for services for our youth in this county and across the country, and so we're going to do what we can to make sure that we're doing all that we have to offer to our youth to help get them to be successful. And Ryan, this is your first season in Tillamook, and so you haven't been part of the charity drive, have you?
This is my first season in Tillamook.
And so have you heard of the charity drive?
I have not.
So the charity drive, it's actually amazing. It's all the high school classes. So there's 4 classes: freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, as you know, and they all compete to see who can raise the most money. And I think it's 10 days or 2 weeks, but there's events almost every single night that you can go to. It's super fun, and last year the school raised almost $200,000. And it's pretty fantastic. And it's funny because as I travel around and work with other YMCAs to help them, I go around and I train their staff. And as I'm going to these things, I'm telling these stories about how great our community is and how we're able to raise for our Y in particular, how we're able to raise funds in our community. Everybody asks, how are you able to do that in such a small town? And really, it goes back to our youth. They learn this in high school, the importance of philanthropy. And so as they get older and they stay in our community, they know the importance of giving and supporting our community. And so it's really neat to see. It's exciting to watch. They do everything from donkey basketball, which is exactly what it sounds like. Guys and girls sit on donkeys and play basketball.
Sounds awesome.
It's pretty fantastic. They do that. They do cake auctions. They do everything. So huge shout out to the high schoolers that really make that happen, and to the parents for supporting the high schoolers in that effort. And we are very, very fortunate to have such a high level of philanthropy that starts with our kids. And it's just fantastic. Speaking of events, the Swiss Society will have a potato bar this Thursday, January 18th, 4:30 to 7:30 at the Swiss Hall. You get a baked potato with chili, condiments, salad, and dessert, plus punch or coffee. It's $10 per adult, $8 for seniors and kids 6 to 12. Oh, $8 for seniors and kids 6 to 12. And kids under 6 are free. Maybe I should just send KJ in there to get me a baked potato because he's only 2. Not 2 yet, almost 2. Sunday, January 21st, the Swiss Hall will have their pancake breakfast, pancakes, eggs, ham, and sausage, 8 to 11:30 at the Swiss Hall. So there's always something, like I said, there's always something going on in this community. It's a great place to live, and it's so much fun. And we've been here almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years in May, and there has not been a lack of activities to keep us entertained. And so just a huge thank you to everybody who has activities and has things going on. This weekend is the chamber dinner. Everybody's excited about that. And thank you to the folks that nominated the Y as Business of the Year. We're really excited about that. And it'll be a fantastic event. We're going to get to see a lot of local businesses and local individuals be recognized. So it's pretty exciting to see. So with that, we've got just 1 minute here. Ryan, anything else you'd like to add about how you feel about the community and all that good stuff?
Just that I'm excited. Like I said, it seems like there's so much going on all the time, and everyone has such a positive attitude, whether it's towards the Y or the community itself. And it's something that I've been missing living in a big city, growing up in a smaller town. So me and my wife are very excited to be here and be a part of that positivity.
Awesome. Well, if you have questions for Ryan, you can email him over at the Y. It's rwedel, RWED. Is it D? Yeah, D.
Yeah.
You can spell. How about you spell your last name?
It's rwedel. That's RWEDDLE at TillamookYMCA.org.
I always want to spell your name wrong. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Everyone else does.
Or you can give us a call over there at the Y, 842-9622. That's 842-YMCA, and ask Ryan any youth-related questions that you have. So if you haven't tried our youth programs in a while, or if you have just an idea, give us a call because we want to hear from the community. Give us a call, talk to Ryan, give him the feedback so that we can help meet any needs that we're missing. It looks like it's 10 o'clock. I think my time's up. The cane is coming out. The music's starting to play. They're trying to get me off stage. So I'm going to send it back to Maria. Have a great day, Tillamook. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.